Hello friends, today's date is 10 March 2022. My name is Kimandi Ramesh Patil and this is my first attempt. And our today's video topic is multi-threading in the Java. So first of all we can see about what is the multi-threading in the Java. Multi-threading in Java is a process of executing the multiple threads simultaneously. A thread is a lightweight subprocess, the smallest unit of processing. Multiprocessing are the multi-threading. Both are used to achieve the multitasking. However, we use the multi-threading then multiprocessing because threads are shared common memory area. They don't allocate the separate memory area. So saves the memory and context switching between the threads takes the less time than the processing Java. Java multi-threading is mostly used in the games, animation, in the and also in the cartoon. So now we can see about what for what use we can use the Java multi-threading. It doesn't block the user because threads are the independent. If you can perform the multiple operations at the same time, the means the user can do the many works at the same time. Secondly, you can perform the many operations together, so saves our time. Third one was the threads are the independent, so it doesn't affect the other threads if an exceptions occurs in the single thread. Next one is the multitasking. Multitasking is the process of executing the multiple tasks simultaneously. We use the multitasking to utilize the CPU multitasking. Can be achieved in the two ways. First is the process-based multitasking, that is multiprocessing, and second one was the thread-based multitasking, that is the multi-threading. Now we can see about multiprocessing. In multiprocessing, each process has been addressed in the memory. In other words, each process allocated the separate memory area. A process is a heavyweight. The cost for the communication between the processes is high. Switching from one process to another requires the some time for saving and loading the registers, memory maps, updating the list. It requires the most memory because each thread requires a separate memory area. Now we can see about the multi-threading. Threads share in multi-threading, threads can share the common address space. A thread is a lightweight. Cost of the communication between the thread is low. Now we can see what is the thread in the Java. A thread is a lightweight subprocess. The smallest unit of processing is a separate path of the execution. Threads are independent. Threads are independent. If there is a occur of the exception in one thread, it doesn't affect the other thread. It uses the shared memory area. A thread executed inside the process. There is a context switching between the threads. There can be the multiple processes inside the operating system that are executed simultaneously, and one process can have the multiple threads. And now we can say about the Java thread class. The Java provides the thread class to achieve the thread programming. Thread class provide the constructor and methods to create and perform the operations of the thread. Thread class extends from the object class and implements the runnable interface. There are the some methods that we can use to achieve the multi-threading in the Java. So they are first is the start method. Uh, the return type for start method is void, and it is used to start the execution of the thread. Next one is the run method. It will also return the void. It is used to do an action for a thread. And next one is the slip method. A slip method has the return type is static void. It slips a thread for the specified amount of time. Next one is the current thread. It will return the static thread, and it is used to return the reference of the currently executing thread of the object. Next one was the join method. It will also return. It has the return type void, and it waits for the thread to die. If the thread is die, then it will finish its execution. Next one was the get priority method. The get priority method takes as the one integer argument, uh, and it returns the priority of the thread. Uh, Next one was the set priority method. It will return nothing, and it is used to set the priority that is changes of the thread. Uh, and next one is the get name method. It will have the type is string, and it is used to return the name of the thread. Next one is the set method. The set method has written nothing, and it changes the name of the thread. Next one is the get id method. The get id method has the return type is long, and it returns the id of the thread. And next one was the yield method. The yield method has the return type is the static void, and it causes the currently execution thread object to pause. It will pause, and it give the preference to the other threads to execute its work temporarily. Next one was the suspend method. The suspend method return a void, and it is used to suspend the thread. Next one was the resume method. The resume method return type is void, and it is used to resume the suspended threads. Next one was the destroy method. The destroy method has the return type is void, and it is used to destroy the threads group and all of its subgroup. So this is the all about the multi-threading in the Java. Thank you all of you.